Always wanted to do martial arts. Every kid had this fantasy of being a ninja and Ninja Turtles. That was my brother and I's thing. But I feel like my parents avoided it a lot because they were afraid we'd probably kill each other if we had any kind of real formal background in training. It's kind of funny. 16 years old, I didn't even have my license. I'd walk from my parents' house to the local Taekwondo gym that I got started in because of a guy I worked with doing dishes at Ponderosa had a free pass to it. So I'm like, free pass? Sure. I always wanted to do it, but like I said, my parents never really put my brother and I in it. So I took advantage of the free pass, and I loved it. I instantly, I was like, wow, I should have been doing this. I was amazed how natural it all came to me. Even being my instructor, as much experience as they had, I was like, wow, I should have been doing this all along. Moms and parents are going to be parents. They want what's safe for their kid and what's secure. I had a pretty safe, secure job for someone my age, and a job most people would kill for nowadays, and especially in this economy and all. But so needless to say, when I decided, like, hey, I'm quitting this job, I'm going to go be a pro athlete and a fighter, it was frowned upon, we'll say. But I had the last laugh, and I never doubted myself or where I would be. It's just living proof that you can do anything you set your mind out to do. And I didn't want to be the guy who was 30 years old looking back, 40 years old, oh, I could have, would have, should have done this. I didn't want any regrets. And the window of opportunity is only open for so long. Sometimes you just got to say screw it and jump in head first and not look back. And regardless, I knew I wouldn't have any regrets if I did that, so I went for it. I like to think my friends think I'm a pretty good guy. I work hard, and I don't claim to know it all, but I think I'm fairly wise for someone my age. I've been through a lot, experienced a lot, and everybody matures at different rates, but I've always found myself to be fairly wise, and I think my parents did my best to bring me up, and I think I turned out okay. But the ones who are close to me and who are my friends and really know, I don't think they disapprove. I guess I should be glad that MMA is as popular as it is, but unfortunately anything is that popular attracts a lot of fiends. And I can't hide my ears, so I'll get asked about it. Are you a fighter? And I'm like, no, a dog got a hold of my ear when I was a kid. Or, no, I've done jiu-jitsu since I was 14 or something like that. But so, and aside from all the guys and the people who are into MMA, the general population, society fears what they don't understand, and the vast majority of people never will or could understand why somebody wants to fight or the sport of MMA. So I don't fill them in on it. I just let them think what they want to think. MMA to me is awesome. I mean, it's the purest, rawest form of sport. There's nothing more pure than two guys getting in there, and I mean, you can't hide that. You can't. There's no faking it. I love it for what it is. And I've always loved competition. I mean, that's what MMA is to me. You ask another portion of the world, they'll tell you it's just a bunch of barbaric animals in there trying to glorified cockfighting. But there's so much more to it.
We talked about your brother a little bit earlier. Would you care to tell me some more about him, just what kind of person he was? I mean, I think it's maybe difficult, but I think it is good to let people know that and just how important he was.
It is. He was my everything and why I do it. I mean, the guy, you never really know what somebody's worth to you until they're gone. And I wouldn't be sitting here talking, doing MMA and everything if it wasn't for him. So I can't do things without mentioning him. And I mean, those who knew him knew how awesome of a guy he was. I can't sit here and try and expect. Everyone who's ever lost somebody is like, oh, he was such a great guy, and his guy. I mean, no, unless you really knew the guy, you really could never understand how awesome he was. And tremendous guy. I mean, I hate hate to say it, but I wish I'd give anything to have 5 minutes with him. I'd give it all. I'd give UFC. I'd give sitting here. I would give anything to have 5 minutes with him.